Thank you. Yeah. I'll do it. They can hear me. Right.
I've been threatened. Watch the show. My life is in danger. My life is in danger.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again at 10 p.m. on this wonderful Thursday. I am Chemtrail, and I am joined, as always, with the host with the most below me, Busted. We are here. How are you doing, my friend Busted? What's going on?
I am doing very well. I have had a very busy couple of days.
Below me. Yeah.
Let me turn my phone down a little bit. I wanted to start this show real quick, if that's okay. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Thunderdome TV. I don't know if you guys saw their episode today. Fucking choice, dude. Funny as fuck, dude. I laughed pretty much the entire episode. It's probably one of my favorite episodes I've seen. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because they had this really funny point I just want to kind of reiterate on. Phil was saying, he doesn't really go on Facebook. He doesn't really go on social media a lot. But he's been going on there and he sees all these people, no, I don't want to wear a mask. I don't like wearing masks. It's bullshit. He's like, this is the perfect time to wear a mask. You go in your store, you grab a couple cases of beer, you just walk the fuck out. Like, he's like, I don't have a license plate on my car. You can't see my face. Dude, it's just great show, guys. I just wanted to give you a shout out. I fucking literally laughed the entire fucking time. Good shit.
I love that. I love all the shows, but I do like Thunderdome TV. It's on a weird time for me because I'm doing other stuff with my family. But they have Bill will have me fucking laughing my ass off. I love that show. So yeah, definitely check out Thunderdome TV, subscribe and follow. There's a lot of great shows here on the network. So we got a lot of shit to talk about. Busted, what's the first thing we want to talk about? I think we want to talk about Biden, didn't we?
You want to start with Biden? We can start with Biden. Biden once again has inserted his foot into his mouth. I think his foot just stays there. Like, I think he's just, legitimately, 24/7 sucking on his toes. The guy's a fucking retard. Jesus Christ.
He said...
The Democrats have more or less just been like, okay, time to settle.
Yeah, he said something we were talking about today, and I actually heard on Rush Limbaugh. Because, believe it or not, I've listened to Rush Limbaugh. And what Biden said today, I think it's his best work to date. He's done a lot of great things, but today it was his tour de force. It was his best shit. Do you have the video? Can we show that for the people?
I do. I got it pulled up in sync video. Are you in there with me already?
I am in sync video. Why don't you go ahead, my friend?
All right. Let me see. Here we go.
You got it.
Ready?
Ready.
All right.
By the way, I put that program together to provide... Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Are you going to re-engage with Cuba, though? I mean, I'm specifically wondering about, the Florida communities that are, incredibly interested in the Cuba issue and see status given to Venezuelans while Cubans are being deported.
The answer
will
is
you
yes.
re-engage
I'm
with
going to
Cuba?
engage.
He's
Yes.
pissed.
Yes. And by the way, what you all know, but most people don't know, unlike the African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community with incredibly different attitudes about different things.
Oh, wow.
You go to Florida, you find
know.
a very different attitude about immigration in certain places than you do when you're in Arizona. So it's a very diverse community.
Well, that's good to know. You heard it here first, folks. Unlike the African American community, the Latino American community is very diverse. I think the reason that Biden is I can't believe it. Can you imagine being Biden's campaign manager? You're just like, what do you do? You can't coach this guy. You don't know what he's going to do. But I want to make this point, and this is stealing from Limbaugh. The benefit of what Biden is saying is that Biden is actually talking to African Americans the way Democrats view African Americans.
Yes.
You all do the same thing. You're our puppets. You're going to do whatever we tell you to do. And if you're an African American doing this, you should be offended, because that's the way this guy views you. He views you as a tool. We're going to say words, and then you're just going to react out of emotion. And Candace Owens, I watched a debate, and I've got a lot of respect for Candace Owens. I mean, she went to an extremely hostile crowd and had facts and figures and had a lot to say.
Well, they don't like facts.
Basically saying
they don't like facts.
Candace Owens, you're all just going off of emotion, and the Democrats are exploiting it. And here, Biden is sort of spilling the beans, so to speak.
Now, I remember like a bunch of we actually played the audio in season 2 of and I can't remember the guy's name anymore, but it was a group of black conservatives, and that's exactly what he was saying a year, maybe 2 years ago now. The Democrat Party has been using black people and their struggles and the things that they're going through to manipulate votes, but they've never actually done anything for us. They get us riled up, they speak to our emotions, but they never give us a bone. They're just getting us. They're just getting our votes. They don't actually care about us. And
Absolutely.
Here it is from the fucking horse's mouth, right? I mean, Biden, who's running for president, is basically saying, "Hey, yeah, we want the Latino votes. Black people are stupid. Don't worry about them. Come on, vote for me." You know, I mean, it's just pandering. God, dude, this guy's such a fucking moron.
It's like he forgot that he was supposed to pander to both people.
Yeah, it's like pandering's one thing, but this is just retarded. This is just idiocy. Whatever I'm trying to say on it, fucking. It's not a good word. That's not a good word to fuck up, by the way.
One thing too, I want to say is that use this kind of stuff when you're talking to your friends, like your blue-pilled, pink-haired friends, and they're like, we can't have another 4 years of Donald Trump. He's an embarrassment. He's an embarrassment to foreign leaders, and he's not diplomatic. Like what Joe Biden is. He said, unlike black people, Latinos are diverse. Poor kids are just as smart as white kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of mind? It's not like he made a goof. You know, everybody makes a goof. This is a serial goofer. Like, this is his worldview. And I guess it's kind of based. I mean, I don't know whether to like the guy or not like the guy. But he's kind of based.
I mean, how
the stuff he's saying.
It's so weird how outspoken and stern he's been on the fact that he's not going to take a cognitive test. And it's so weird that people it's so weird that he's so bad and says such weird shit all the time that people even have to ask him, why haven't you taken a cognitive test? You know?
Oh yeah, what did Biden said? What are you, a junkie?
Yeah,
I'm not taking a test.
No, but
so, like,
Trump hates America. Trump's trying to ruin America. You know, Trump's trying to get rid of polling stations and all that shit, which is not true. And we'll talk about that in a minute. I don't want to hop to that subject yet, but it's
well, that's the point I want to make with Biden is he's clearly just been anointed by the elites. I mean, within the past 2 months, he shit on everyone. Like people who want drug reform, shit on them. Black people, Mexicans, like there's the steel workers. There's no demographic that he's trying to represent that he hasn't shit on in public. And I don't see the strategy. Let's see, I'm gonna take a look here at the chat. What did Don? What did old Don?
I was actually
I
was responding to Don Jolly right now. He said it's not as bad as when he called a bunch of black kids at the pool cockroaches. Can you please find a link to that on Facebook and fucking send it to me so we can play it?
Oh, yeah, that was not a shining moment for diversity there. At the same time, he was talking about his blonde-haired legs. Yeah, it's. I love how when going on with Biden.
I love when he talks to black people. He goes, "I used to go down to the community pool, and my legs, they were white, and all the other people there, they were black." And, like, he always puts a twang to his voice. It's like the equivalent of Hillary being like, "I always got hot sauce in my purse." Oh, what kind of hot sauce do you have in your purse? Yeah, I don't have my purse with me right now. You know what I mean?
Old DJ Don Jolly's got your shit there. Come on, man. Come on. No, AOC does that.
Yeah,
AOC,
come on,
she was
man.
like, "This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like." Like, have some self-respect. Black people have some self-respect. Vote Republican.
Oh, thank you for the donation.
Or Libertarian.
Titty sprinkles.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the ice creams, my friend. Network. Yeah, so while Busted is getting that up, we've got go ahead, buddy.
I got it ready. I know we've all seen it. I know we've all seen it, but it's just so fucking good. It's such a good. It's only a minute 30. It's only a minute 30.
I'm down. It's worth it.
All right, I believe I got it pulled up.
The classics you have to embrace. So let's enjoy some classic Joe Biden, future Commissar of America of the Communist States of the United States.
That made me aware when I was in law school. Proudly for Holloway. Proudly for your dad. First African-American state senator in the state of
These kids are behind him. They don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Everything about.
Yay! They've been clapping. Like they.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down, so it was straight, and then watch the hair.
Where on Epstein Island? You fucking weirdo.
So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap.
What?
Wait.
And I love kids jumping on my lap. And I tell you what, the men, they're now all men, the guys I work with down here, and they're all guys at the time. They're all good men. Most of them made an awful lot of themselves.
Oh, my God.
And Earl Larkin had a rough time. And some of you knew Earl. I came back as
some of you knew Earl.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard.
God.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close
Future
to
president of the United States.
This
guy's making decisions. This guy's gonna
Everyone in this room
Putin. Come on,
is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Classic Joe Biden.
God damn. I can't believe like how many times I've seen that.
Classic
I never
Joe
caught him
Biden.
calling them roaches before. I learned about roaches. What are you smoking joints? What the fuck is that shit? God damn.
Ugh.
Holy fucking
shit. And it just goes to show like how certain portions of the population can be so brainwashed that the candidate can literally call you cockroaches and you're like, got my vote.
Or say that you're not culturally diverse. He can also say you're not culturally diverse.
All kinds of shit. All kinds of shit.
What are you on, crack? Huh? You doing drugs? Huh? Come on, man.
Junkie?
Come on, man.
Come on, dude. Can't say dude, it says man. What? He throw. Okay. I want to talk some more about Democrats. You have anything else to say about this before I move on to the next bit?
Not this. No. We can move on. We can move on. Biden's an idiot. We all.
So you know one thing. We all knew that Biden was a pedophile. But there's a common trend with the Democrats. I don't know if you've noticed. I don't know if our viewing audience has noticed this, but they like to do weird, creepy shit. And the media likes not to really talk about it. So there's a lot of this stuff going on. Joe Biden sniffing kids, and apparently people just, move on and ignore it. It's just a conspiracy theory. It's an alt-right conspiracy. Recently, there are two videos we want to talk about. Recently, a donator, a major financier, a major donator for the Hillary Clinton campaign, Ed Buck, not to be confused with Ed Bust, completely different character. Ed Buck was found in his West Hollywood apartment soliciting men and injecting them against their will with methamphetamine so he could have sex with them while they died. He apparently did that to 3 people. I don't know if we'll do the video because it sounds like it's from some crazy conspiracy site, which I have no problem with myself. It's not. Why don't you go ahead and play the video here, man?
Sure. Let's see.
This is new shit too.
Donks. We played this. We played the video. I don't know if you can see it right here about blacks and Hispanics being available. We played that a little earlier. You probably missed it. That was the beginning of the show.
Show up on time. No, you're good. I love you guys.
Okay, we got it queued up here. Just checking everything, make sure everything's good.
Lou and Cher, good evening to you. This is still a very active investigation. The crime scene tape is up, the street is blocked off, and detectives are currently inside the home of prominent Democratic donor Ed Buck, who has been at the center of controversy following the suspicious deaths of 2 gay men inside his apartment in the span of just 18 months. Let's get you right to some of this video of
Notice
the arrest
one word
just
they
a short
don't
time
say.
ago.
Look at that.
Here
Look
you
at
can
that
see
fuck.
Buck taken away in handcuffs, charged.
Look at that piece of shit.
What was that one word they did? What was that?
There's going to be one word throughout this thing they don't say, and we're going to talk about it later. But I also really like that shot. He's exactly where he needs to be.
I kind of like
love
this.
You, Donks.
I kind of like this shot right here.
With operating a drug den out of his West Hollywood home and providing methamphetamine. The latest victim, a 37-year-old man who overdosed inside Buck's apartment last week, but survived. In court filings, the district attorney says Buck injected his victim with methamphetamine on September 11th. Neighbors say they've been suspicious for years. Other men were not so lucky.
Years.
Last January,
For
55-year-old
years, this
Timothy
shit's been
Dean
going
was
on.
found dead inside Buck's apartment located here on the 1200 block of North Laurel Avenue.
Dude, I don't know. Can you guys see the video? I think it's just circling around. Never mind, it's good. It's good.
No, it's playing.
He was the second man to die inside the home in less than 2 years.
Second in 2 years.
In July 2017, 26-year-old Jamel Moore
That
was
we know
found
of.
dead. Officials say he died of a methamphetamine overdose. His death was ruled an accident and no charges were filed. Those close to Moore say he was working as a sex worker at the time he visited Buck's apartment. Another man who asked to remain anonymous previously told KTLA that Buck
Who
would
asked to remain
instruct his male
anonymous? Here's his
escorts
picture.
to use high levels of drugs so he could watch their reactions. Buck, who
So
is
he can
openly
watch
gay,
their
was home at the
reactions?
Yeah, I'm gonna play that over
so
again.
he could watch their reactions.
Jesus.
Another man who asked to remain anonymous previously told KTLA that Buck would instruct his male escorts to use high levels of drugs so he could watch their reactions. Buck, who is openly gay, was home at the time both men died. Advocates for the victims, as well as neighbors, say his arrest is a long time coming.
Knowing that Ed Buck has finally been arrested after 2 people have died, another person has overdosed, is, in a way, I feel like we're vindicated
black
because a
woman's
lot of
point of
people
view.
told us that Ed Buck was never going to get arrested, that he was, because he's a white man and he's a white man with money and he lives in West Hollywood and these are, you know, black gay men.
I think he preys on young black, underprivileged, you know, kids and boys, and I hope that they keep him there forever, and you know that that justice is served.
Surprise, surprise.
Victims' advocates have been highly critical of District Attorney Jackie Lacey, noting that in the past, Lacey has taken political money from Buck, who has also, of course, donated to other wealthy Democrats. And if you come back to us live, we can tell you that we have reached out to Buck's attorneys. So far, no word from them tonight. We can tell you that Buck is due in court tomorrow. His bail set at $4 million.
Holy
Reporting
God,
live in
$4
West
million.
Hollywood, I'm John Finolio, KTLA 5 News.
The buck stops here.
What to say? One thing I want to say is that I actually, I was wrong.
Thank you for the donation.
They said the word a couple times, but the media didn't. The individual said, these are black people, these are black people. Thank you very much, Eufanar, for the follow. That's 50 to the chest. Thank you very much for the follow, and if you guys would like to follow, make sure you click follow. There's a lot of great shows, and we'll be sure to keep you entertained. But notice that they said that the media wasn't ramping up how these were all black men. Like, he's specifically targeting black people, giving them drugs just to watch their reactions. But they didn't freak out. It wasn't a big racial thing. Nothing about that. If this was a Republican doing it, people would be rioting, they'd be throwing, they'd be burning shit to the ground. You know what I mean? It's a total double standard. Total double standard here. And again, it's just like, it's Weiner, it's the Clintons, it's Epstein. It just keeps coming and keeps coming. And people, they don't give a shit, man. How many psychopathic people that are fucking murderers is it going to take for people to wake up to this shit? What do you want, another one? Holy fuck, dude, it fucking blows my goddamn mind. And people are going to talk about, like, it's the Republicans, it's the right way. How many people tied to the Clinton Foundation I mean, we talked about in season 2 all the child sex trafficking in Haiti. Then you got a guy in West Hollywood injecting people with methamphetamine just to watch what they do, and no one gives a shit. And the problem is the cops.
No, I completely agree. And you know, I know I've referenced this before, but even what's his name, Van Jones, fucking said this on fucking CNN. He made a point when he was talking to Terry Crews. Not all Black Lives Matter. I mean, he didn't come out and say it exactly that way, but that's the gist of what he fucking said. And that's why you don't hear any outrage over this. That's why you don't hear anything about this. Because it has nothing to do with Black Lives. Black Lives Matter should be fucking furious. They should be burning down his house, right? That's what they're doing with people that have nothing to do with what they're doing. They should go after this guy. They should have something to say and do. But they don't fucking care. They don't fucking care. And it all has to do because the guy was pushing their narrative. Because the guy was donating to the right people that he could get away with this shit. And that's what it really is about. It's not about class. It's not about money. It's not about politics. It's about the fact that this guy was backing the right person.
Yep, absolutely. If your donations go to the right candidate, you can use people and torture them and rape them in this most disgusting, humiliating way, and we're going to kind of keep it silent. There was one person, though, in the entire...
Real quick, though, one of the points that I had made earlier, I said, that's sick. I mean, that's just as sick as, like, people, doing stuff with children. And your point... to me, was actually, well, how do you know he wasn't? I mean, anyone sick enough to inject somebody with drugs to the point that they die, so you can have sex with them while they die? How do you know this dude's not fucking diddling kids or doing something worse? You know what I mean? I mean, this is a monster on every fucking level.
Thank you, Warpick, with the ice cream.
And absolutely. And like you said, surprise, surprise, the Clintons somehow are involved in this fucking shit. Why does every time someone starts fucking with kids or injecting people with drugs till they die so they can have sex with them, why does the Clintons' name keep fucking coming up? Why is no one outraged? Why are we painting fucking Black Lives Matter in the streets instead of just going through Hollywood and killing pedos? Huh?
In Minecraft,
we would never do anything. Thursday. Never kill anybody unless it's in Minecraft and they're trying to destroy your castle. But it's just... God. It's disgusting. It's sickening. I'm so sick of it. Like I was saying earlier, I'm so sick of shit, man. Everyone's so mad about all the wrong things.
And it's on design. They're getting you pissed off about shit to keep you distracted from Epstein, from Maxwell, and from Buck, and from the Clintons and Weiner. They don't want you thinking about that shit. They want you, worried about climate change or the fucking flu. They want your own community fucking tearing itself apart over the fucking flu while convicted psychopathic, murdering rapists, like everything Alex Jones says is true, are fucking getting away with shit. And his lawyer, his sleazy scumbag, the lawyer for Buck, said, well, the only crime that Ed Buck has committed is that he's chosen some friends with some bad habits. Like it's their fault that they do drugs and shit like that. That was his defense.
What?
I mean, I don't know. What else are you going to say, though, right? Like, what else are you going to say?
That's the worst defense I've ever fucking heard.
Guys, I appreciate the ice creams. I appreciate the lemons. I love all you people. But, yeah, you guys need to know this shit. And, next time you spread the word, I guess. But, no, do you have any other points? Because I would move on to another point.
No, I'm so disgusted by this. I don't understand why shit like this can go on. And,
it's fucking nuts, dude.
It's just brushed under the rug. Oh, yeah, some guy was killing people and fucking their bodies while they died. Anyway, moving on. The NBA's back.
We'll talk about the NBA too. But one thing I want to talk about. There was one person, and if I can give you some good news, family. There was one person brave enough in this sea of despair and degeneracy to actually talk about it. And, of course, it's the one show that people are trying to do every fucking thing they can to get off network television. It was Tucker Carlson, and Tucker Carlson called the spade a spade. And we owe him, I think, a great thanks for that. I don't know if you can show that clip. You have that?
Let's see here. Clinton donor accused of running.
In the meantime, make sure you guys check out Blackball Podcast coming up next. It's a great show. And here's Tucker Carlson, the only guy fucking really talking about shit.
So don't cock the tuck.
Don't cut the tug, baby.
Well, for many years, Ed Buck has been a big-time fundraiser in the state of California for the Democratic Party. There he is with Hillary Clinton. She probably met him between visits to Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein. Turns out when donating to the Democrats, he liked to inject young men with narcotics in his living room. He didn't always do a very good job. Since 2017, 2 separate men have died of overdoses inside Buck's West Hollywood home.
That we know of.
Here's the amazing part. Authorities looked at that and shrugged. Ed Buck faced no charges for either death. Now, he apparently has gone too far. This month, a 3rd man overdosed inside Ed Buck's home. By the way, all of this was in the news. Everyone knew that Ed Buck was injecting young people with narcotics, and no one did anything. The 3rd OD, thank God, survived. Yesterday, authorities finally arrested Buck and accused him of what, again, everyone knew he was doing, luring young men to his home and injecting them with deadly amounts of methamphetamine. So they've charged him finally with what everyone knew he was doing for years. But as we already knew from Epstein and Weinstein, when you're a top Democratic donor, you often don't face any consequences for
Thank
your
you for the
acts.
follow.
How's that for corrupt?
Thank you very much for the follow.
Dude.
Go ahead. Take it away.
It's so sick. He just fucking said it. It's amazing what you can get away with when you back the right horse, so to speak.
Absolutely, dude. I mean, I appreciate the fuck out of Tucker. Tucker Carlson will let you know if you ever want to come on our show, you got a spot. If they kick you off Fox News, hey, just join Murder the Media. We'll give you the 10 p.m. slot. We don't give a fuck.
Hey, ignore this Jorgensen meme. I thought I got rid of this.
Yeah.
Fuck Jo Jorgensen. She's a cunt. Fuck this shit.
But he called the spade. He immediately talked about Weinstein and Epstein right out the fucking gate. And that's why they're trying to shut this guy down. Guys, I'm loving all the lemons. Thank you very much. Thank God for Carlson Tucker.
Yeah, I have no problems with fucking Carlson Tucker, man. That was dope. That was dope. That is dope, man. That's like some shit like I feel like we'd be saying. He's saying it on fucking network television. Oh, probably doing that in between visiting fucking Harvey Weinstein and Epstein Island. It's fucking awesome. Oh my God.
I love it.
That's great.
Hey man, it's about 10:30. Can you play the Murder the Media commercial followed by our T-shirt commercial?
No. Yes.
The current state of entertainment and media is looking grim, and it's only getting worse every day.
I turned myself into a pickle, Morty! Boom! Big reveal. I'm a pickle.
Late-night talk shows have become opportunities for disgusting virtue signaling and grandstanding.
We have children without parents and fathers without sons, mothers without daughters.
Washed up hacks just laughing at their own jokes. Every major news outlet is spewing politicized garbage at you. Dishonest, opinionated propaganda.
How did you feel hearing that?
Forget about stand-up comedy. An ounce of wrong think, and cancel culture will make sure you're finished.
We control TV, we do great. That's not how anti-Semitism works. Like, you can't...
Even online media has become stale. It's e-horse playing Zelda and taking money from Sims.
So being like, I'm broke, I can't afford to sub, that doesn't really track. What you mean to say is, I'm so irresponsible with my money, I can't support the entertainment that I enjoy.
For cowardly cucks with about as much edge as a plastic spoon telling you how to think.
And let me tell you, folks, okay? Let me tell you, boy, but let me tell you, okay? Let me tell you.
The future is bleak. Hope is lost.
Titties, sprinkles.
Entertainment is dead. But there's a ray of hope shining through the despair. Murder the Media is here to help. We're bringing you original, quality entertainment you can watch from your phone and computer. Blackballed Podcast. The podcast with the blackest ball.
This minority gives me the coronavirus. How fucking dare she?
The sexy hunk Nick Oakes with the Oakes Report. The hottest way to get all the facts.
That's the level of interference you'd expect on a regular day here in Hawaii.
The Shotcast, where you can contribute to Mark and Tucker's kidney failure. Decentralize Now, not to be confused with Fat White Isis.
This whole movement is very, very interested in controlling speech and intimidating you
Thunderdome TV, the talk show that shits on everything and everyone, including you.
80% of them are fucking retards.
That's a high number.
Well, it's actually higher. I'm being generous.
Wow.
With that.
Disavowed with
Miles West and Levi Thompson.
Where no conspiracy is off limits.
It's easier to fool people than to convince them that they were fooled. I'm going to try and convince you that you were fooled.
And plenty of beautiful, hilarious sketches by yours truly, Rex Thompson.
Are you a repairman? Are you fixing the register?
Ditch the network television garbage and shitty YouTube programming and come to where the entertainment is at dlive.tv/murder the media.
Decentralize Now is not a real libertarian podcast performing on the Murder the Media Network Mondays and Thursdays, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at www.dlive.tv/Murder the Media. Now you can purchase your very own Decentralize Now t-shirt by sending an email to decentralizednowpodcast@protonmail.com. Be sure to describe whether you want our flagship Decentralize Now t-shirt or our custom Jeffrey Epstein Didn't Kill Himself t-shirt, your size, and a mailing address. Remember, Chemtrail wants to remind you that fridges don't fix themselves, so you can support Busted and Chemtrail and Decentralize Now podcasts by watching Mondays and Thursdays, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and by purchasing these fine quality shirts.
We are back. This is Decentralized Now, and we are on Murder the Media Network. You can check out all of the fine programming on Murder the Media. There's Shotcast Podcast, where Mark and Tucker get fucking drunk for donations. You can contribute to their liver failure. You can kill these people on camera. It's amazing. There's Thunderdome TV with Phil and Dick, and they're fucking hysterical. They give a very interesting point of view on things. There is the Blackballed Podcast, which will be on next, followed by Blackballed Radio. There is the Oaks Report, which is a good show. He's in Hawaii. Interesting show. Lots of interest. All the shows here are fucking great. Even this handsome fella above me, he has a show now called Dare to Know, which airs on Fridays at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. It's your weekly Red Pill. So get Red Pilled weekly with Chemtrail. I think that's everything, right? Oh, Thursday Morning Epiphany. Thursday Morning Epiphany
and Crumb Vision.
Oh, Crumb Vision. How did I forget Crumb Vision? He's playing Symphony of the Night right now.
Shit.
Best fucking game ever, dude. Oh my god. It's a blast to watch. I just love the show. Love the game. It's good stuff. It's old retro games. Old PlayStation 1 games and shit. It's fucking good stuff. So much good stuff on this network. And it's grown so much even since we got here.
It has. There's a lot of shows. But let me ask you this. You talked about Shotcast first, and I like the Shotcast. In terms of Tucker and Mark, and if you're new here, thank you guys for the follows. Tucker and Mark are the hosts of the Shotcast. Their shtick is, like, you watch it, it's a great show, but if you donate, they drink. Right?
You can kill them.
Well, who do you think's gonna last longer? Like, who's gonna die of alcoholism first?
Who's gonna die first? Tucker's gonna die first, without a doubt.
And why? Why Tucker?
I don't know, man. I feel like he drinks when he doesn't have to. Dude gets fucked up. But their show's changed a lot since it started. It's it's been interesting to watch them grow. It's a great show, dude. It's so funny.
We'll take a debate now. If you guys think that Mark is going to die from alcoholism first, say Mark. If you think it's Tucker, say Tucker. And we'll let them know. You know what I mean? And that's kind of, an intervention. They'll figure it out first.
It's kind of a shitty reward. It's kind of a shitty reward. Like, everybody in the chat's a black already. They have access to the fucking blacks only chat. They can tell them themselves.
So what else we got to talk about, man?
We have a few things to talk about. I want to talk about something real quick because I don't think it'll take up too much time.
Go for it.
This tied into something else I remember that you wanted to talk about tonight, and I don't remember where it was. Snapchat apparently is, and they've done this before. It's not anything new. It's known that they do this, but Snapchat, besides like Karens and soccer moms and shit, let's admit it. Snapchat's primarily used by probably 18 to like 30-year-old fucking millennials and shit like that. But focusing on those kids that are 20, 21, 22, fresh in college, they're getting indoctrinated into the left wing commie bullshit. Snapchat is now offering a way to sign up for mail-in ballots, mail-in voting through their app. Okay. Which and I want to bring this point up too, and I know I'm a little all over the place with this. And we talked about the eulogy briefly in one of the other episodes, where Obama gave the eulogy for John Lewis.
Yeah.
And he said, we've seen police putting their knees on black people's necks, and you gotta do the long pause. And Republicans closing down voting booths in certain areas. It's not true, man. The Democrats have been trying to kill voting booths. They've been trying to kill voting fucking poll places like that. They want the mail-in ballots. They want to push the mail-in ballots. And now they're directly going after the young commies, the fucking Antifa members. They're going after the fucking idiot young kids that use Snapchat.
Yup.
And here's the thing. Somebody who's 21, 22, 23, 19, they're probably not going to drive to the voting booths. They're not going to go out there and actually vote. But mail-in voting, I can do it on my phone. Every dipshit fucking asshole that's fucking 19 to 24 is probably going to fucking do that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They've eliminated the need to actually go out there and be active, be an activist, do something. So in that sense, the Democrats, that's some scary shit, man. They might be pulling some sleazy shit, but they might have a snowball's chance in hell all of a sudden. Now, another reason that's scary to me is I'm a registered libertarian. Okay, my family is all registered Republicans. My wife is not. I don't like surrounding myself in an echo chamber. My wife is very different from me. So is her family. They're all registered Democrat. Not all of them, but her immediate family.
Right.
My wife, and her family have all received the, I'm not going to say it right, but the information you need to fill out in order to send in your vote. They've received that. Hey, we want you to send in your vote this year. They've received all the information they need to fill out so they can for mail-in ballots. I haven't received shit. My sister hasn't received shit. My dad hasn't received shit. My mom hasn't received shit. My grandma hasn't received shit. They're all Republican. So between Snapchat and sending out the messages, they're clearly going after Democrats. They're clearly going after their narrative, and they're getting those votes. They are suppressing the vote. They are taking the vote, and they are turning it. They're twisting it. This is sleazy shit. This is the type of shit Obama did the entire time he was fucking president.
Yeah. They cannot win. I mean, something else you wanted to talk about, too. They know they cannot. Biden cannot go against Trump. Biden can't go up against himself. Biden can't go up against a friendly interview without just fucking obliterating it. So they've got to do every kind of underhanded, hook-nosed bullshit that they've got to do, and then that's exactly what they're doing. And I'm kind of upset that the Libertarians and Republicans haven't been smart enough to anticipate that and do the same thing. But you're right. You're right.
Well, true that.
There's a lot of socialists out there, but they don't have the agency to get up out of bed and walk down to the school and, actually register to vote and vote. But they'll like a status. They'll send a fucking comment. So if they can register to vote, like you mentioned, through fucking Facebook or whatever, if they can somehow get that into YouTube or the social media sphere,
exactly,
it's just freedoms are fucking gone. Private property's gone. It's fucking over.
Well, and think
fucking over.
So
that's some scary shit.
They only said that they're closing down voting booths, right? Supposedly Republicans. Well, who's the ones who are scared to go out and vote? Who are the people that are most susceptible to a virus?
Yep, no, for real.
Old people.
Yep.
And old people are fucking scared.
Absolutely.
Have any of you been to the grocery store lately? Have any of you gone anywhere outside of your fucking neighborhood and had to walk into a store at some prime time for like every old person in the world to be out? Like maybe, I don't know, they eat at 5, so maybe like 6:30 in the morning. No, but seriously, you don't see old people walking around without masks on. They ain't fucking risking it, dude. That fucking like 60+ crowd, they all got masks on. They're all scared. They'll ask you to stand back away from them. Who are the exact people that are not going to go vote at the polls? Them. They're scared. They have them scared.
Yep.
Who are the exact people that are not sending out the registration forms so they can sign up for mail-in voting?
Young people. Scare the old people who vote for Trump. Bring out the pink hairs and destroy America. And bring on the Chinese revenge. Make way for the revolution.
Donk
That's
said
exactly what's fucking.
My mom's FUD ass tried to tell me that Trump is shutting down the postal service.
Trump's trying to get rid of the postal service. He's trying to shut down the vet.
There actually was it the senator of was it the senator of Montana? I don't think it was Montana. But he was calling out the U.S. Postal Service. Hey, the U.S. Postal Service has been behind on their deliveries. What's going on? Like, putting them on blast. And then he tried to say, like, people aren't receiving their needed mail on time. They're not receiving their medications. They're not receiving their bills. And they're not receiving their mail-in ballot forms. See how I snuck that in? Yeah, dude. I don't think it was Montana, but I can't remember exactly where it was, and I'm sorry I don't have it pulled
Montana's
up.
right wing.
Montana's
just right wing. It would have been them.
Yeah, then it wasn't him. And I'm sorry I don't have that information, guys. It was something I read earlier. I'm just recapping something I read earlier, but I just thought it was so weird how he fit that in at the end, you know? Tried to make old people aren't getting their medications. Also, the Democrats, we're not getting votes way early. We really need those votes way on early in so we can make it look like Trump's losing. So we can kill the morale, Fucking bullshit.
I got a couple things to say about the old people, too, in my area. So when I go out, the only time I wear a mask is when I'm on Decentralize Now. Other than that, I do not wear a mask.
Me as well. And my my paper bag that I don't have here right now.
Right. So I go out and I go and like in my supermarket, they have like, okay, for this aisle, we got to go this way.
Oh,
and then the next aisle, we got to go this way.
Yeah,
that way, people, fuck that. If I want peanut butter, I'm going to get peanut butter, and you fucking governor aren't going to fucking stop me. So I just go where the fuck I want in my supermarket. And I'm going the wrong way. My fat ass with my face, my nostrils are just blasting coronavirus everywhere. And I go right by this woman, and she looks at me like in fucking horror. And she goes, masks are required. I just like at that point.
Apparently not.
It was the most emasculating feeling. Like, young men, if you ever want to feel that surge of power, go to your fucking Home Depot without a mask on and just walk by an old person. Look at them fear and feel like, oh, the light, I see the light, it's ending. And just walk back and like, your time's over, bitch.
Your time's over, bitch.
It's our time now, bitch. Breathe in. Anyway, no, but one thing I want to notice too is in my area there's a lot of controversy about bringing people from out of state in, because like the area you're in, we live in different areas, but my area is a tourist area, so I'd be interested in your opinions on this. And there's a big move on Facebook about we got to keep these people from out of state here. They want to come up here on vacation. They don't want to wear a mask. Listen, we don't want their money. You need to respect the interests of our community. You need to care about our community and our traditions. And here in this town and in this area, we wear masks. And I was looking at their Facebooks. I thought all these people were black. They weren't. They just had profile pictures of black people, like people who have been murdered. And anyway, I scroll through them, and they're all like, immigrants are welcome here. We think that this is a place for everyone. And they're talking about, certain people. I don't want to dox myself, but we're importing a certain type of person from a certain continent with a, IQ south of heaven. And, these people have been giving you free housing and free healthcare and all this kind of shit.
Thanks, Tom.
And it's just such a double. Thank you very much, buddy. It's such a double standard. to be like people from 2 states over who want to support our economy. Well, we have to keep them out. They need to respect our traditions. But people who want to like literally fucking implement Sharia law and put a mask on your kid's head, we have to roll off the fucking red carpet for these people. It's just, how can you reach these people? How can you save them?
How do they
don't know
not
how you can do it.
How do they not see their own hypocrisy? That's the thing that's the scariest to me. They don't see that they're full of shit. They don't see that their own flaws in themselves. Oh, if you come from the other state and you come here and don't wear a mask, then you shouldn't be here. But if you come from another country and you don't assimilate and you drain us of our tax dollars and our resources, well, that's perfectly fine. Spread all the disease. And here's the thing: the people that this is true. You call me an asshole. You call me fucking whatever you want. But the people that come to this country from these other countries, and I'm not pushing like vaccines or anything like that. That's not where I'm coming from. I don't like vaccines. I don't trust them. I don't trust the fucking FDA to tell me what should be in my body. I mean, you're putting aluminum and shit in your vaccines. I don't want that in my body. But they do come over here with a lot of fucking diseases. They come over here with a lot of illnesses and stuff that we're not exactly fucking used to. You know what I mean? If anything, make those motherfuckers wear a mask, right? But don't make the guy from 2 states. You know what I mean? Who knows what those motherfuckers are bringing from fucking?
Classy.
I'm just saying, dude. Like it makes no fucking sense. Are you gonna yell at the fucking let's say, I don't know, where's the guy fucking from? You gonna yell at the Syrian guy because he's not fucking wearing a mask?
Yeah, right.
Probably
total
not.
Hypocrisy.
Because you're a guilty white bitch. It's ridiculous.
Oh man.
Do we have enough?
It's nuts, dude. Go ahead.
Do you want to move on? You want to talk on that a little more?
I don't have anything else to say. I really kind of want to talk about Trump's executive order, but I just did a bit. So if you got another bit, go for it, man.
No, I wanted to talk about the coin shortage, but I think the executive order is better, and I think it'll fit our time frame better.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Well, it was your thing, dude.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about it. All right, so while he's pulling that up, Donald Trump has signed an executive order, and I got to admit, I haven't done a whole lot of research on it. I kind of just read the title and did a basic summary.
I have the actual documents pulled up. So
pulled up, sweet. Okay, so apparently, what has happened is that Donald Trump has signed an executive order saying that federal contractors have to hire American workers.
Thank you for the shackles.
So if your money, hey, Rusty Shackelford gave us a diamond.
Thank you, Rusty Shackelford. Thank you so much. Podcast. I loved you on King of the Hill.
I don't have any liquor, and also he's got a very interesting take.
What just happened?
Anyway, so federal contractors now have to hire American workers. So I don't know if you want to read. I can't see it. If you want to read some of the basic points there.
President Trump signed an executive order on aligning federal contracting and hiring practices with the interest of American workers, directing the heads of federal agencies to review federal contracts, assesses any negative impact of contractors' use of temporary foreign labor or offshore, blah, 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 blah. Very technical shit. Here it is in a little bit more, in a way I can understand.
Yeah.
Section 1. It is the policy of the executive branch to create opportunities for United States workers to compete for jobs, including jobs created through federal contracts. These opportunities, particularly in regions where the federal government remains the largest employer, are especially critical during the economic dislocation caused by the 2019 novel coronavirus pandemic. When employers trade American jobs for temporary foreign labor, for example, it reduces opportunities for United States workers in a manner inconsistent with the role of guest worker programs that are meant to play in the nation's economy. It's exactly true. It's exactly true, man. Like, where I live, so many fucking people are brought in for these fucking jobs that are from other countries. Jamaica specifically. Right. Jamaica's a big one where I live. They love bringing the fucking Jamaicans in here.
Same here.
Now that they haven't done that, the companies around here, the businesses around here, they almost can't get enough people to work. And I mean, we're still in like not a lockdown, but my governor's being a little fucking pussy bitch, and we're still in like phase 2 or whatever the fuck it is. Maybe like it's like phase 2.5. It's not really 3. It's not really 2. You know, like more places have opened up, but I wouldn't say we're back to fucking normal yet by any fucking means. And they are the businesses, every business you go by has a fucking help wanted sign. If you can't find a job where I live right now, it's because you don't fucking want to. It's because you got so much from that stimulus check and unemployment that you don't fucking have to.
Yep. Absolutely.
It's funny how they basically forced Trump to implement a UBI, and then when it failed, they blamed him for it. Like, you guys this was your party's idea. You fucking assholes. What? We gave people money and they don't want to work now? Fucking Trump. No. God,
yeah, it's the Republican Party that's leading to an increased amount of irresponsibility in the workforce. Yeah, one thing. I got two things I want to say about that. One thing I want to say is it's very interesting how it's like stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Oh, we're back to stage 2. Oh, we're back to that's kind of like how it was back in the Bush era, Bush 2, where it was like the terror alert is orange, the terror alert is yellow. Oh shit, the terror alert is brown. Oh, fuck. Back down to orange.
No one knew what the colors meant.
Exactly. No one knew. Shit, brown is that bad? They're just trying to manufacture the state of fear so that they can take away your rights, just like they did after 9/11, which was an inside job. Secondly, now a lot of these federal contracting jobs. Now I'm going to hello, Ito91. How are you? I'm going to probably disagree with a lot of our audience here. So I'm definitely more libertarian on this. I think a lot of these federal contracting jobs we shouldn't be paying for them. They should just be handled by the free market. So that's my first position. Secondly, since these jobs, unfortunately, they're being done in the public sector, and I don't think they should be. But secondly, because they're being used by, or the funds are coming from, public taxes, stolen money from the people, then I think that money should go back to the people by hiring American workers. Just the idea of we're going to tax Americans and give the money to foreign nationals is just fucking ridiculous. So it's a bad situation. I think most of this should be done by the free market. It would be done, better and more cost effective. But it is what it is. So exactly. Yeah.
Government doesn't do anything cheap, and they don't do anything well. No,
fucking nothing. But the best case of the bad situation is by taking that money and giving it back to the American people and the American economy, because that's where it came from. So I can at least appreciate that.
Well, especially after the fucking coronavirus shit. I mean, it said that in the fucking bill. After all this coronavirus shit, we need to start really working very hard on building up our own economy again. And we do.
Absolutely.
America first. Absolutely. America first. I don't understand why. I feel like sometimes in my own party, that's almost a negative way of thinking. Like being, dare I say, a nationalist or caring about your own country is looked at as, I don't know, too right wing, alt right or something. Like it's an embarrassment, or I should feel discontent for my country. Yeah. No, I love my country. I want my country to do well. It's like if you're born in Cleveland, the Browns aren't gonna fucking win, but you still fucking support them. You root for your team.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. I don't think that sort of basically classical liberal policies are mutually exclusive with an in-group preference. There's a contingent, I think, best represented by Spike Cohen right now, the anarchist vice president of the LP. If you think these ideas, you got to be wiped out. So there's definitely a war for control of the LP.
Hey, who am I?
little libertarian inside joke there. I love that meme. That's like, it's from the Meet the Fockers. I have nipples, Spike. Can I run for vice president?
Hey, if you guys are there, we're going to drop the chest. I know you guys give us a lot of fucking shit over the goddamn chest, so I'm fucking dropping it now. Oh, yeah. We got another follow. Oh, my God, the follow.
Oh, yeah.
You got here just in time for the chest drop, you lucky bastard.
Lucky, sexy bitch, you.
Get some money. Welcome to the channel. Get some money.
You earned it. You deserved it because you're the real heroes. It's not the fucking coronavirus workers. It's not the politicians. It's the people who watch Murder the Media on DLive. You have my respect. You have my support. And I'll tell you what, guys, the fun isn't over yet because in 5 minutes, yes, that's right, just 5 minutes, the podcast with the blackest balls, he's making balls black again, it's Pierce Benefield, or Pierce, on the Black Bald podcast. That's coming up next. So subscribe, follow, and stick around.
Congratulations, Donks. We got Donks in first. We got War Pig in second. We got Aurora in third.
Good job, guys.
Good job,
guys.
You know what?
Good job.
we're gonna wind it down here. I just want to say thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. As Chemtrail already said, stick around for Blackballed Podcast, followed by Blackballed Radio. Check out all of the wonderful shows here on Murder the Media. And while we have in a second, I just want to talk about the Jews. The Jew.
Remember, guys, if you like this podcast, if you like this network, Murder the Media, fucking click subscribe. Do it now. Don't wait. What the fuck are you thinking about it for? Just click the fucking subscribe button. Donate a few lemons. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the programming. And if you like Decentralize Now and you want to help us out further, go to our Patreon page. Patreon.com/Decentralize Now. Very easy to find. Go there. Donate money. We need money. We want more money. If you want this show to get better, then we need your money. Give us your fucking money. Why are you waiting? You need it. Go. Get the fuck out of here.
You writing all this shit down?